Yes, the unusual king. Who is the unusual king? Everything about this king is unusual. Kings are born in palaces. But he was born in a manger. Kings are fed and raised with golden and silver spoons. But the unusual king was fed and raised with a carpenter's carved spoon. King's best friends are rich and royal people, but his best friends are publicans and fishermen. Kings ride in chariots and the best limousines, but for the unusual king, he rode on a donkey. Kings live for 40, for 50, 90, and 100 years on the earth. Once they die, their fame and glory die and are soon forgotten. But the unusual king lived for only 33 years on the earth. He died over 2,000 years ago, and his fame, his glory, they are still real and fresh till today. What an unusual king. Kings died and were buried and never rose again. King's unusual king died and rose on the third day and never to die again. King's names are usually a maximum of 9, 10. But for the unusual king, every letter of the alphabet speaks of his name and his greatness. Yes, he's the anchor of the achiever. Yes, he's the backbone of the brave. Who is the unusual king? He's the comforter for the comfortless. When you and I were comfortless, he comforted us. He's the defender of the defenseless. That is the unusual king. He's not wholly divided. He's the equation for success. You're looking for success, he's the equation for. He's our father, the friend of the fallen. That is the unusual king. He's the gift of God, and he's God himself. Hallelujah. He's the hope of all man. When you and I were Gentiles, we were hopeless. He gave us hope on the cross. Who is the unusual king? Is the intercessor for the incurable. He stood before the Father interceding for you and I. Who is he? Is the God, the justifier of the unjust, the Jehovah. That is his name. Who is the unusual king? He is the King of kings. Not only that, the Lord of lords. Who is the unusual king? He is the Messiah, the man of war. Who is he? He is the new wine given to mankind to set you and I free. He is the omnipotent, the omniscient, the omniscient. In my language, they call him Ogbologbo to gba kokoro lowo iku. Who is the unusual king? He is the Prince of Peace. Not only that, the qualifier of the unqualified. You and I were unqualified for salvation, but he qualified you and I on the cross. Is who? Is our Redeemer. Is the Son of God, the Son of righteousness. Who is this King? Not only is he the Son of righteousness, he is the teacher of timeless truth. His message and his word is ever timely. He's the umpire of the whole universe. He collected the key from the enemy and gave it to you and I. Yes, he's the umpire of the whole universe. Who is this king? He's the way. He's the verse of God that sets you and I free. Not only that, the unusual king is the divine strength that sees the heart of every man. The Yeshua. Yes, not only that, he's the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending of all things. The unusual king is no other one but Jesus. He came in an unusual way. He lived an unusual life. He left in an unusual way. His body never saw decay. One day, the unusual king is coming to take the unusual people preparing for the unusual home. Are you ready for the unusual king?